Hello. Ooh, that's a good stretch. Let me ask you a question. How are you? I'm only asking because everyone that I know, including myself, we're all sick right now. I'm getting a lot better. I actually sound like a human being today. But for the last few days, I was sick at home. I watched one whole season of Friends in one sitting. That's a lot of TV. And I just wanted to go outside and take pictures. When I finally got better, I wondered where I could go for some pictures. No nighttime pictures because it's been very cold at night. And because I'm just getting over the cold, the flu, whatever it was, I didn't want to get sick again by going outside in the cold and starting all over again. So because I didn't go outside and was home for a very long time, I wanted to go somewhere and eat. Easy, I'll take some pictures there. And when I'm done, I'll walk around the neighborhood, take pictures there too. But that wasn't going to really satisfy my needs. And then something hit me. A voice in my head said, you need to go to Santa Monica. So that's where I went. And I really enjoyed the idea of taking pictures of people last week. So I wanted to continue doing that, but at the same time, I didn't want to think too much about it. I'm no longer sick now. I just wanted to enjoy the time outside. And that thought gave me an idea. Why not take some cliche pictures? What counts as a cliche picture? Honestly, I didn't really have any answers, but I think I took a few that I can show you as we go through the video. If you recently saw my Best of 2023 video, you might recognize this red door. I hadn't been there for a long time, and because I wanted to go to the bookstore nearby, I thought this would be a great place to start. Something I tried on this day was to take a lot of detailed pictures. So on the left, we have the red door. Classic, we have seen it before. And on the right, we have the red chairs. Because of the sunlight causing all the shadows, I wanted to capture both red and the shadows, put them next to each other, creating this diptych. Tragic. It's tragic. This picture is such a bummer and I'm aware of that. My settings are a little too high from my previous pictures that are not actually included in the video, and when I noticed the lady walking and looking out the display windows, I didn't move fast enough to get to the correct settings. So I ended up with this overexposed picture. It's so bright, to quote one of my friends, it might even cure blindness. So here's another example of the detailed diptych. The plant on the right is not the one from the picture on the left, but because we also have the same plant and the greens, I wanted to put these two together. I would like to continue creating these side-by-side images where on one side I'm showing you my main picture and the other side I'm showing you a detail. I'm showing you something that's related to the main picture. Maybe it's something similar in shape or color. In this case, both. Here are some cliche photo ideas that I think of when I go to Santa Monica. Because it is the beach and every time I go there, it's around sunset. Sunset pictures, lots of silhouettes, a lot of sun flares. Number 2, because there is a small amusement park, maybe people on rides, parents waiting for their children, or the parents riding the rides and their children waiting for them. And the third cliche thing, because this is one of the major tourist attractions in LA, there are a lot of people taking selfies and there are a lot of people taking pictures for people too. Being aware of those things, I wanted to keep them in mind and maybe create those cliche pictures in my style. I'm gonna admit it and say, this was my first time using the flip screen ever. I've had this camera for 3.5, 4-ish years now. Oh, my camera was on the whole time. And it was my first time using this. I've never used it. A friend recently told me, oh, I love that camera. I love that you can take the screen out and shoot from the hip. And I thought, why did I not do that? So that is to say, learning your camera and using all the functions, it's a lifelong homework. But I love that I was able to get this view from my hip because I wanted to get a clean picture of them from the back without anyone else in it. Because if I were to shoot this from my eye level, you would be able to see everyone on the boardwalk and that's gonna be messy. But with the screen out, I was able to control it a little better. Yeah, it was kind of cool. I need to use it more often. Here we have the cliche trifecta. A person taking a picture of someone posing, intense sunlight, and the beach in the background. This I would normally not take. I wouldn't normally take this picture. There is something in a little bit that I want to show you. Kind of similar in nature, but that's more me. This picture, if I were their friend and I was here with them, maybe I'll take this picture as one of the behind the scenes pictures for Instagram. But again, on this day, I didn't want to think too much about the pictures that I'm taking and just go with the flow. Here's another picture that I would never, ever take. This is one of the pictures I would take on a trip and send to my mom saying, look where I am, I'm here. Besides sharing with my mom, I don't think I'll ever take a picture like this. But again, why not? I just wanted to take pictures of anything and everything on this day. There's a fire? Holy crap, what's going on? Is it bad that I want to go outside and take pictures of this right now? Hi, did I go out and take some pictures? No one's injured, so that's good. Should we finish the video? I have about 10 pictures. A few minutes ago, I showed you a picture of a guy taking a picture of a girl. And I said, that's not my style, but there is something else that's more me. And this is that picture. While the guy in the hat is looking through the, what are they called? Binoculars? Telescope? Binoculars? While this guy's doing that, this other guy's taking a picture of him doing that. Because I like to involve a lot of natural sunlight in my picture, I think this is more me. Similar in nature, two people doing the same thing pretty much, but this is just more me. I don't feel embarrassed in a way to say that I took this picture. The other one, and also, here's another example of the diptych. Although these two people are looking at something very far, far away, but because they're by the water and you're also able to see the waves in the background, I wanted to get a picture of the water and put them next to each other. I think this is my favorite set from the entire day. The lighting is a little moody and the colors are kind of darker than what I would normally have. And something about these two people looking at the same thing and the water next to them, calm, peaceful, quiet. I love these two pictures together. Did I attempt to recreate the picture that I did last year? Kind of. This picture makes me... what's the word? It just sparks a little bit of curiosity in me. So the idea came from this. A couple of weeks ago, I took a tablescape picture of so many different dishes on the table. And while I was able to capture all the dishes in one frame, shooting top down, when I looked at the final image, I realized I could crop the picture into 4 to 6 different parts and create whole new images with them. So that idea inspired this picture. Let's look at it. Here's a whole picture. There are a few things going on. There is a guy on our left taking a picture of the entrance of the amusement park that was right behind me. On the right, we have a couple and we also have this guy selling balloons. Let's break them down. Here's a portion I got from the big picture. We're only looking at this guy and the snack stand behind him. And here's the other part. The guy with the balloons and the couple in the background. Now, just like the picture before, this itself is a frame. You could even make up a little story about it. Looking at this picture as a whole, it's kind of incredible that you can get 2 separate pictures out of this one thing. I think this kind of picture will be such an interesting thing to look out for the next time we're all out taking pictures.